Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very welcome. And I trust you enjoyed my last little 2-video mini-series on the country legend Kenny Rogers. In this first video, we looked at him as a storyteller. And in the second video, we looked at the incredible love songs, 2 of which are amongst my favourites. So I trust you found that little series encouraging. Well, we're going from there to Australia. In fact, I think Victoria in Australia. And certainly over the last, couple of decades, this guy has been warming Australia's hearts with deceptively gentle storytelling. Every time you listen to his songs, you resonate deeper and deeper with them. Strong and gentle, weaving beauty and truth. It's a voice that moves hearts. And when you put his voice together with the incredibly delicate but tender but strong guitar picking style, he's the all-encompassing storytelling performer. It's always good to look at people, I think, when you come across them. And I have actually had the privilege of hearing this guy perform. And he really is quite captivating. Khristian Mizzi, who's who we're talking about. Now, a few things that he's done. First of all, he did release an EP in 2017. And because of that, he actually got the Troubadour Artist of the Year. So Troubadour is someone that tells stories and sort of sings well. Troubadour is really what Khristian Mizzi is, Artist of the Year. In 2019, he released a full-length album, Some Other Morning, and I was very fortunate to be at the launch of that particular album, and boy, what a great night that one was. In 2021, the Australian Folk Alliance crowned him Artist of the Year. So there's very much about this guy that is to like. But the best way, I think, to experience Khristian Mizzi is to actually look at the videos below. Now, it's just him and his guitar. But you know what? He doesn't need anything else. One thing you will discover about Khristian Mizzi is every line matters. Every single line has got some beautiful metaphor, some beautiful way of looking at life, some beautiful way of telling stories in a different way. This is the power of Khristian Mizzi. And if you put together his guitar playing and his vocals, it's just absolutely stunning. Your hairs actually stand up on end. This is how compelling this guy actually is. So we've got 5 clips below. Let's start off with Troubled Man. This clip's been taken from 2016. A couple of the lines. He holds it all together with a subtle plan, somewhere between the sunset and the traffic jam. Troubled Man, it's all about a guy only just keeping it together and telling the world that, hey, you know what, I'm all right, but underneath it all, I'm just treading water. So we've got a live version of that one below. The next song, not sure the name of this one, but this is from 2017, and one of the lines, the night is ours as long as the day is right. And I think this sort of follows on a little bit from Troubled Man, and that is, hey, you fake it till you make it right, and that is, hey, I'm going to pretend things are all right. I'm going to pretend things are going well, and, I'm looking forward to a cuddle tonight, and I'll just sort of get through the day as best I can, because you know what, there's nothing better than being in your arms and to be in those moments with you. So the night is ours as long as the day is right. Move forward to World Turns, and I think the Troubled Man in the first clip is making some realizations about life, and that is, the world turns as I grow. The more I learn, the less I know. Interesting, isn't it? We go through the first 10, 15 years of our adult life thinking we know everything. And then we get to a certain age and we think, oh, no, we don't. And we think, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that either. Oh, I wish I'd taken that opportunity more. But the world keeps turning. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going and going and going. The more I learn, the less I know. Life, I believe, is a little bit like unlearning. You've got to unlearn things to learn the real lessons. Obviously, at some point in our life, no, we're not ready to learn, we're not ready to listen. There's no life experience there to draw upon when we've had an experience, think, well, that didn't go so well, did it? We go into life full of hope and full of optimism and thinking that things will work out. Well, quite often they don't. And we've always got to, I believe, make the most of those moments and work out what learnings we need to take forward and take them forward quickly and think, yep, that was definitely a thing. I need to make changes. And so The World Turns is a pretty great song about this concept of unlearning life and relearning the more important lessons. We then get on to tomorrow is a new day. Now, obviously, that line has been said many times before. You know, we think, well, that was today, tomorrow's tomorrow, it's a new day. But you're faced with this concept of regrets casting shadows. And so the reach of yesterday reaches forward into tomorrow. And I think it's really subtle the way this happens. And we think, well, actually, I'm all right. It's all good. It's all fine. And then just something happens and we're back to yesterday. I think the Beatles had it right with that classic song of theirs, I did something wrong she wouldn't say. All of a sudden, it was yesterday. And you're dealing with that yesterday moment for however long you deal it for. But tomorrow is a new day. Do we actually grow up or wake up thinking, yep, let's go for it today? Or are we thinking about the regrets that cast shadows? And one of the lines that Khristian Mizzi talks about here says, I've got to keep my spirit from keeping score. Regret is very much tied up with unforgiveness, I believe. And, you know, the Kenny Marks video a little while ago talked about this a little bit too, that we want to keep our spirit from keeping score. And maybe the way to do that is you've got to think, well, how am I going to keep bitterness out? How am I going to keep my way forward a bit clearer? Because you know what, I've got to live my life after this thing. So what can I do to actually make it the best I can just for that and nothing else? So I can keep my spirit from keeping score. It could be that you might just need to move on and not look back. It could be that, as I've said in a shorts recently, got to throw a rock in the water to enable life to move on. Whatever you need to do, tomorrow is a new day. How much of a new day, by the way, was in today? I think that's an interesting question too. We then get to, I just want you all the time. I try to live a life that matters and I have a heart that longs for a home. Now, one thing that I've discovered recently, and this is a beautiful thing to be able to say, is a heart is not a place. It's a person. It's a person that holds your heart gently and tenderly and encourages you and supports you. A home, a person is your home. If it is that you're not with somebody at the moment and you know you are dealing with life a little bit on your own at the moment, well, your home is where you are, is your sanctuary. So when you walk into it, you know that it's yours. You know that it's waiting for you, to look after you, to beckon you and to comfort you. So in those moments of alone time, and we actually do need these times of aloneness, it's when we discover who we are and what it's all about. Even more so probably than when we're in relationships. Because when a relationship comes along, well, all the internal work that needs to happen has happened, hasn't it? So that you're ready for when that person comes, so you can give her, in my case her, your complete self. So I just want you all the time. It's a beautiful song of desire. It's also a beautiful song of the learnings that have come full circle into the person that I am today. Because I try to live a life that matters. But my heart also longs for a home, and when you find that home, it's a beautiful thing. So we've got the live version of I Just Want You all the time. Khristian Mizzi, as you watch him, and I do encourage you really to actually watch all the videos. Yes, you might think they all sound a bit the same. His power is his lyrics, guys. The lyrics. And just let the music and the guitar wash over you. Because, you know, as you listen more and more to him, you resonate deeper and deeper with his songs and his stories. This is the power of this guy from Victoria, Australia. So the links to those 5 clips are in the description below. And I've also included my last video from the second in the video series on Kenny Rogers. So if you want to recap on him, feel free. Well, if this is your first time to Life Reflection Street Music, or you've come back for another one, how great to see everybody here. It was really, really great to acknowledge recently 140 people in my community now, which is pretty exciting. So thank you again for that. Next time we're going to get on to a guy I only heard about recently. I mean, where have I been? Dean Lewis from Australia too. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.